but he gets to savour the main table here against Shaun Murphy. He's ranked 106 in the world, Ryan Thomerson. Shaun Murphy has already won a ranking event this season, the Championship League, although since then results have rather dried up a little bit. He didn't qualify for the Rowan Open and he lost round 1 at the English Open. So, still a nice crowd in. It's best of 7. The last match on the main table. Winner plays Marco Fu.
Thank you. First frame. Ryan Thomerson.
Well, a big night for Ryan Thomerson, representing Australia. He was actually born in South London. And a little known fact about him, his father, Paul, was actually a professional for 2 seasons in the 90s when it was open. Anyone who could afford the entry fees could turn professional. He gave it a go for a couple of years. Didn't fare so well. But when he was growing up in England, Ryan actually was into motocross. He was actually really into his biking. But then they moved to Australia, so that was kind of taken away from him. That's when he discovered snooker. And at the age of 14, he met a certain Neil Robertson, who has proved a great inspiration to him. He lived with him for a while over here while he was finding his feet. He knows it's going to be tough tonight, but I guess, Joe, try and enjoy the experience because it's a great venue. There's a great tournament.
Yeah, and well, Neil Robertson said some really nice things about him, didn't he? He said he beat him 6-4. Neil beat him 6-4 in one of the tournaments, and he said that in 4 of the frames he won at 1 visit. So, and that was in the International Championship. So he can play. There's no doubt about that. Although that wasn't the best shot he's ever played.
No, obviously the sort of TV conditions are a little bit alien to him, and there's not a lot of time to settle in, of course, in a best of 7. On the other hand, Shaun Murphy, it's second nature to him, and he's got the first good chance here.
Yes, and he'll want to stamp his authority on this match pretty quickly. Shaun Murphy doesn't want to give his opponent a chance to relax and play himself into this match.
Yeah, it's been something of a bogey tournament, actually, for him, Murphy. First 3 years he came to Belfast, he won a total of 3 frames. First year, he lost 4-0 to Luca Brissell, scored 8 points. Lost first round the next 2 years, but since then he's been in 2 quarter-finals.
Well, he should be looking to open the pack of reds here. Stay on that red over the pocket, at the very least. And that's what's happened. Opened a couple of reds out, in fact 3 reds.
60.
Very aggressive player, Shaun Murphy. Great to watch when he's in full flow. I've always been a little bit surprised that he's only won 1 World Championship. Certainly good enough to have won multiple world titles.
Yes, he's been in 4 finals at the Crucible, so he's won a lot of matches there. But, I mean, you look who he lost to in those finals. John Higgins, Stuart Bingham, who was inspired that year, and, of course, Mark Selby a couple of years ago.
It's never going to be easy, David. Nevertheless, still some feet.
Well, he selected his cue. It's been well documented. He spoke to Alan in the interview about he's got 3 cues now, and he may reach for another one at some point. We'll see, but this is the one he's using for now.
So again, he's got the chance to go into them. He could also play for that red. That's goes to the left corner. Nice little cannon he's played there.
32.
Always trying to open more reds up, Shaun Murphy. He's made
33.
7 maximums in tournament play. Over 600 century breaks. So he's a prolific scorer, there's no doubt about that. Into the reds. He had a bit of swing on the cue ball, but it didn't swing early enough. We'll probably see this again. Look at the cue ball. It bent, but too late. So will he take this difficult red on, try and keep the break going, or play control snooker?
So Murphy, 40.
Well, I guess on another day, he could have left this red.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Ryan will be thinking, well, when you have a go at red, you've no idea where it's going to go, so could very easily have left something to go at. And he's a safety. He's got to be careful not to leave that red on, because Shaun Murphy will have a go at it for sure. Not quite now, but a chance to open more reds up, get a good safety. I'm a little bit surprised at that. I always think when you're playing somebody lower down the rankings, keep the pressure on them, open the reds up and keep them under pressure. Could work against you for sure, but I like to see top players playing aggressive. Nothing wrong with the shot he played. Controlled.
As I said, it's Ryan Thomerson's second year on tour. He got his card through winning the Asia Pacific Championship. So you get a 2-year card, and then obviously you have to try and keep it by ending the season, which will be this season, the top 64. 106 now, so certainly needs a couple of deep runs in tournaments. It's difficult. It's a big step up, of course, into the professional ranks. And he's had some tough draws. I mean, Neil Robertson twice already this season. Lost to Dave Gilbert in the British Open. And now Shaun Murphy here in Belfast.
So long red to the left corner. Difficult. Nearly straight.
Thomerson, at least he's getting some table time. If Murphy got into the reds when he was in, you know, he could have killed the frame off. He would have been sat out cold. He had a variety of jobs as he tried to support himself, including he worked as a blacksmith. So he's had a rather eclectic background. Oh, well, that was like watching his good friend Neil Robertson.
Well, I can understand why Neil said that. He played superb. Those are difficult shots to play, and you've got to have bottle to play them. Great pot. Not a bad table either.
No, I mean, some players, even if they're sort of new to the TV environment, they do raise their game. Some go the opposite way, but we've seen players before now, you know, produce strong performances when they get in this stage. Terrific opening red from Ryan Thomerson.
Yeah, and here it is again. He struck this so well, just rolled it in full length of the table, nice bounce off the cushion, and now he's earned himself, and I say earned himself, a decent chance.
$50. 60.
The two reds closest together. Well, I think one of them will go to the right middle at some stage when he removes the reds. Failing that, needs to give them a little touch. Well, there you can see the red will go to the middle, although if he's under pressure, the one above it certainly goes. Could have played that one better. Wanted to be straighter on this red. Just got a little bit too much stun in the cue ball. It cost him.
Ryan Thomerson, 23.
Now, long red for Murphy. Not easy. I expected Ryan to get that, actually. Well, interestingly, refusing the long straight red. Tells you a little bit about his confidence. I thought that was a Murphy special.
Well, another good long pot from Ryan Thomerson.
And not a bad kiss either. Nicely on the blue. Deserves something though. As you say, terrific long pot. Last visit to this table started with a long pot. Now what can he do? May have to play a little cannon here. Yeah, could have been better. Not sure if he can pot this red to the right corner. It doesn't look like it from there. That's trying to create an angle to pot it, and it's not on. Doesn't look like it. He's right behind the shot though. He must have thought he could get it. Just 11 points in the game now.
Just to say, Gary Wilson came through against Louis Heathcote to play Lucas Kleckers of Germany, and it's been a big night for German snooker because Umut Dikma has won the third Q Tour event in Germany itself. Now that's a qualifying tour for the main tour, whoever tops the order of merit at the end of the season. will get a place on tour. There's also a playoff, so that's a huge achievement for a German to win that tournament, and it gives him a chance to potentially join the main tour next season. It's good to see the international spread of snooker is growing.
Yeah, truly a worldwide sport now.
Well, tomorrow we've got Andres Petrov of Estonia will be taking on Mark Allen in the second round. The winner of this match plays Hong Kong's Marco Fu.
And Australia are on the table this evening. His last couple of safety shots from Shaun Murphy haven't been good at all. He left the cue ball well short of the baulk cushion the last time round, just skimming off a red. You'd expect to see the cue ball dead under the cushion. And it was a poor safety, and then followed it with another poor safety, catching the red much too thick. Cue ball just reaching the blue spot. Another chance.
Yeah, and go back to when Murphy had the chance to go into the reds, he didn't get the pack at all. You know, that could have been... We saw Mark Williams, he made a 140, didn't he, first frame against Tianpeng Fei, and that really just marked that match out as one he was going to win. But this could be the opposite. He's had a few chances, Murphy, but Ryan Thomerson, he's back in.
One.
You know, this match I know a lot of people felt would be one-sided, obviously with Murphy's experience and Thomerson's lack of experience, but that's not how the first frame is panning out.
Well, his shot selection at the moment, Shaun's that is not working out too well for him. He looks like he lacks confidence to me.
8.
Maybe
9.
it's his high side. Here's the failed safety again, catching that red much too thick. That red should have been behind the black, and the cue ball should have been on the baulk cushion. And it's offered another chance for Ryan here.
40. 15. 22.
Oh, you cannot afford to miss them, Ryan.
Thomerson, 22.
That's another good chance thrown away.
Yeah, this is the other side of what I was saying. The first frame between Mark Allen and Ben Mertens was a bit like this, and Ben had the chance to win it eventually on the black, which he wasn't easy, but he missed it. And of course ended up losing 4-0. Neil Robertson, of course, won this morning, a good win over Wu Yize. He's attempting to do the Grand Slam of Home Nations events. He's won the other 3. Not this one. That would be a first.
Well, he's thinking about it. He's got an easy safety with that red in the middle of the table. Where's that cue ball going? Ooh, very close to the pocket. That would have been a disaster. So, another chance for Shaun Murphy. 10 points behind. And again, this isn't easy. Just off straight. Would be handy if he could get down to the blue.
One.
Could have done without the kiss on the yellow.
Pink ball.
Nice little touch, that, holding the cue ball for this red. Still got another difficult red in the green. So it's not going to be an easy clearance, this.
Eight.
Just the right angle on the black to get to the red. And what about that for a positional shot?
15. $60.
It was too risky to try and get to the yellow.
Thomerson, 19.
So down to the colours, 9 points in the frame.
It's going towards that pocket. Is he going to get the snooker? Well, I expected him to play that a lot harder, get the cue ball down by the baulk cushion, bring the yellow back behind the black. By playing it the way he did, he left himself in big trouble. Oh, everything was near there. Cue ball, yellow. This would be some shot. He'd be on the green. But it was never going to be easy. And he's left it on. So what a chance this is for Ryan.
Yeah, it's been quite a scrappy frame. Murphy made the early running, broke down on 40, and now he's handed a golden chance to Ryan Thomerson to take it.
Yeah, 9 points behind, so he needs the pink. Oh dear. Well, I just put that down to nerves, I'm afraid. It was just a simple shot, just a screw for the brown. He could play that 1,000 times, I could tell you, and not finish there. He'll be kicking himself. And especially if he loses the frame, he'll be thinking about that shot for a while. He needs to win this frame to put it out of his mind. And it's not easy to get the safety here. Good safety. Yeah, something to think about here.
Thank you.
Well, he must be feeling so relieved, Shaun Murphy. He must have fully expected to lose the frame there. Now, is that a plant? It's coming down to have a look.
Foul. A miss.
Well, what's going to happen next? He's caught the pink there.
Yeah, I don't think he'll put it back because I think he was trying to get the cue ball in behind the black. And Shaun has a chance of playing that same shot here.
Well, it's amazing the position he was in when he was left the yellow. A few minutes later, here we are. So lengthy start, 30-minute frame. I could tell you Anthony McGill has won the opening frame against Jimmy White.
Well, not the best safety there from Murphy. Left the brown on, but he's got a good cue ball. Good pot. Needs a good kiss. And that was a beauty. Just the blue needed.
Yeah, and he will have dodged a bullet, Murphy. Several times he could have lost this frame, not least when he left the yellow on. He'd be relieved if he pots this. In it goes.
9.
Well, it's 19 in front, so it's one snooker to tie. But the pink has gone in.
15.
It took a while, didn't it? 32 minutes, as I say. Ryan Thomerson at one stage, when he had the chance on the colours, was the favourite, but it is Shaun Murphy who puts the frame away. Last match of the day here on table 1 in Belfast. Shaun Murphy leads Ryan Thomerson.
Thank you.
So Shaun Murphy won the opening frame. It took some winning in the end, but he leads Ryan Thomerson 1-0. Thomerson, he knows, we don't need to tell him, he had a golden chance to win it. The danger now that Murphy's won a scrappy frame is that he relaxes into the match and pulls away. What didn't exactly impress in the first frame, but he won it. It was good brown in the end he knocked in.
He started off well, didn't he? He made a 40 break. First visit to the table. He was looking good, and then all of a sudden he played a little bit negatively and played a few poor safety shots, not putting his opponent in any kind of trouble. And as you've just said, David, you know, by winning that opening scrappy frame, he's got a chance straight away. Coming round to see if the black will go, or there's a plant there. Got to get that black into play as soon as he can. The pink's out of commission at the moment.
Well, it's a great venue, this, a great stage, but there's a player playing tonight who has appeared on Broadway. Ahmed Al-Sayed, who's on table 3, playing Rory McLeod, appeared in the British play, The Nap. It was a snooker play, it was on at the Crucible. And it transferred to Broadway, and John Astley, they needed a snooker player in it because they have to make a break every night. John Astley did it in Britain, but Ahmed Al-Sayed did it in the USA.
6.
See, you learn something every night.
So audiences do not frighten him. The snooker might, because it's a tough game, but the actual being in front of this big crowd is nothing to him.
He could go into the reds here, bring the pink into play, who knows? He might even bring the black into play. And he'll be happy with that. The pink now available, more reds available. Very attacking shot. And this is a kind of game that he likes to play, Shaun Murphy. Get in, make big breaks. Forget about the safety.
30.
Well, he had such a dazzling, devastating spell, didn't he, last season? Got to the Welsh Open final. Robert Milkins beat him there, but then he played some incredible snooker to win the Players' Championship, 11 centuries.
90.
And then he won the Tour Championship as well, another big tournament. just afterwards. So, sort of 6 or 7 weeks, he was the best player in the game. And then at the World Championship, he lost in the first round to Si Jiahui in a decider, when he looked like he was playing well enough to seriously threaten to win at the Crucible.
Well, he must have been playing well. Si Jiahui very nearly got to the final.
26. Seven.
When the players are asked who's the best rest player in the world, which player they think, Shaun always says, it's me. Very humble guy. But I wouldn't disagree with him, although he has overhit that one.
34.
Might be as well taking the blue here. Had a look at it. But again, he's such a great rest player that he could screw to the side cushion here. Try and play for one of the reds. No, playing it with topspin. He's missed that one.
Well, it's similar in a way to frame one, isn't it? It was different circumstance by which he broke down here, but he has broken down.
With the rest as well.
Oh dear, the red is at the pink.
Yeah, he was playing a very aggressive shot there, wasn't he? Instead of just dropping the red in, he tried to open the reds up by the pink. You'll see this again. Tried to play the cannon to the reds, and that really did open things up, that little cannon. Forgot to pop the red, though. So another chance, Shaun Murphy. Nice position on the blue. Choice of reds to play for.
Six. Seven.
Again, I'm not sure if he just got hold of that cue ball a little bit too much, but he's still on this red to the right corner.
11.
And again, just overhit it. Played for the pink.
Blue ball.
The red to the left of the black looks to be the only one he could play for. Good pot. He's overscrewing things out. So the red to the middle. Don't think he played for that, but
60.
he may be on it.
$17.
Well, you would expect him to win from here. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, I mean, so far it is a bit like the first match of the night. Mark Allen, he went 2-0 up.
23.
They were both close frames. Now, the scoreline was one-sided, but Ryan Thomerson did have that chance in the middle of it all to this left corner. And, of course, missing the red set up this chance for Murphy. You can see he's annoyed. He had that great chance in frame one on the yellow.
Yeah, he could still be thinking about that, David. I know that I would. You miss a chance like that to go 1-0 up against a top player.
30.
And then, as you say, he had that other chance in this frame. All he had to do was pop the red. He's definitely on the pink.
31.
Well, it's gone now. Too many snookers surely required. With the blue to follow, 70 the lead, 51 on.
Well, I can't believe that this is a plant, because he could have played for this more or less
36.
the first shot. Not quite, and that's why he didn't play for it.
36 and the frame.
Ryan Thomerson, though, has seen enough, so Shaun Murphy's won a much quicker frame. The first one was 32 minutes, that was just under 10. And they've both gone to the magician, Shaun Murphy, halfway to victory tonight, leading Ryan Thomerson by 2 frames to 0. So it's 2-0 to Shaun Murphy. This is the last match of the day on table 1 here at the Northern Ireland Open. It's been well attended right from the first ball this morning, where another Australian, Neil Robertson, was centre stage, although after the first frame of that match, or I think during the first frame, the scoreboard packed in, and they ended up for the rest of the match using an old snooker club scoreboard. So it was very much old school, but they got through it. Neil Robertson did anyway. He won 4-1.
Well, Ryan's got a good cue ball, but there is a couple of reds that will go to both corners. Just depends which one Shaun fancies taking on. The one to the left corner, I think the cue ball just misses the black. So, half chance for Ryan here. Oh, close. Now, this red to the left corner, the one just above the black, it would be a very aggressive shot to play because there's no guarantee of position. Just wonder whether Shaun will play it or not. Here we go. Well, it could have been easier, the colour. I think the blue may be easier than the pink. Not ever sure where the cue ball's going to go. But one good pot here, and he could be in business.
Blue ball.
Well, I said in the first 2 frames that he seems to be getting hold of the ball very easily, and he's overscrewed that by at least a foot, maybe more. Thin cut to the corner. That's the ball that he played for, and that's the ball he's got.
7.
Yeah, the thing now, of course, he's got this cushion, this 2-frame cushion, which is taking a bit of pressure off maybe a few shots.
Well, the cue he's using is very responsive. Again, he's overscrewed that one. Played for the red to the left corner. Unfortunately, he's on this one to the middle.
10.
Takes some getting used to a new cue. And when you're using 2 cues, well, it's even harder. And I think he's using 3.
That's right.
So I'm not surprised that he's overscrewing things. One could be slightly heavier.
90.
And that cue ball comes back a lot easier with a heavier cue. Well, he's set off well in all 3 frames so far, Shaun.
26.
Needs to convert it into a 1-visit frame.
Yeah, and you feel if he does, then
27.
the match is basically done. Obviously, they'll still need another frame, but Thomerson at the moment needs him to make mistakes, and he has made some in the first 2 frames, but they've gone unpunished. Yeah, it's been a tough time for him. He's had a couple of bereavements that he was talking about in the pre-match interview. It must be nice just to get back to doing what he loves, which is playing snooker. Didn't qualify for Wuhan.
35.
People forget he actually turned pro when he was 15. So he's been
42.
in the pro ranks going at it a long time. He did drop off initially, he got back on. But even before that, as a teenager, he played in the old Doc Martens Premier League. He was invited as a sort of up-and-comer to play a frame against some of the established pros, the Hendrys and Davises. So it was a great experience for him. And the first real sign of his potential.
$49.
Well, he doesn't really need to go into them because those 2 reds near the right side cushion are available.
50.
And he could get to those 2 reds, and that's all he'd need. Yeah, nicely played. Dropping in behind them. It's always handy when there's a couple of reds there. Pick the best one. Well, we had that 30-minute opening frame. The last one was 9 minutes. This one could be even quicker. Having said that, he's left himself straight on the blue. And he's still going to need another red and a colour. Choice of 2 reds.
63.
Yeah, good pot.
64.
Just the colour needed for a 3-frame lead.
Yeah, and now the failure of Thomerson to take that chance in frame 1 is magnified. could have been a whole different story had he done so. It's that shot from green to brown that did him in.
Yeah, nicely played. Every chance of a century now.
70. 71.
He wanted to leave it low on the black there so he could nudge those two reds. But it's okay.
Of course, he was born in 1982. That was the year Alex Higgins won his second world title. In emotional scenes at the end, of course, beckoning his baby daughter Lauren. He'd made the great clearance against Jimmy in the semis. Iconic moments in our sport. This trophy named in his honour. Shaun Murphy, a rather different character, I think it's fair to say, but he would be a worthy winner of this title. He's already won the Ray Reardon Trophy at the Welsh Open.
86.
Well, you weren't wrong about how good he is with the rest. In fact, it was him that said it first, wasn't it? Not you.
Cannon to the two reds.
So 3-0 to Shaun Murphy. He's just made a break of 91 and now will be looking surely to wrap this up and put himself into round 2, where he would play Marco Fu, who, of course, he once beat in the UK final in pretty dramatic circumstances. Marco's come through the qualifying. He beat Jamie Jones 4-2 last week in Sheffield. Ryan Thomerson, as we know, is a friend of Neil Robertson, who has a reputation for the odd mishap. But Ryan Thomerson, he told a story last year, which I think has trumped anything Neil Robertson's done. He once set his foot on fire at a barbecue. It's not. It's absolutely true, and it was painful. For a while, he couldn't wear shoes, or couldn't wear a shoe on that foot. He had treatment for it, but all is well now. You don't seem very sympathetic, Joe.
I just wondered what it tasted like after. Did anybody put any salt on it? Yeah, how do you deal with that? Well, Shaun free in the black, giving away the safety, but bringing the black into play. And a little smile there from Ryan. Could have played down off the reds, down into the safety area, but decided to bring the black into play. And why not? He's got his eye in now, Shaun. Just looking for a chance. And with the black free, he's every chance, hasn't he? I like that type of thinking. Yeah, you can see that, but it's such a tough pot, and there's danger with it because there is reds available if he does miss it. And Ryan is going to get a chance. And it's a great chance, this, you know. It's a little cold on the table, but no, 3-4 shots and he'll start feeling it. Just taking it steady. The opening shot, all important.
One.
Well, 28 minutes since he last potted a ball. This is a chance to get his hand on the table, make a few, and just show us what he can do.
Well, I would have liked to have seen him closer to this red. When you've been sat out for so long, got to make things as easy as possible.
9. $16. $17.
His highest break in tournament play is 99. He'd love to make a century here. And the balls are nicely placed.
$24. $25.
Yeah, just under hit that one a little. So if you could screw to the red directly above the black, that would leave him a choice of a couple of reds. Got to put all his concentration into the pot though, not the cannon. Played it well though, got the cannon to the red, and he's nicely on this red to the right corner. Now try and leave himself with a nice angle on the black so he doesn't have to play those cannons.
$33.
Got this cannon absolutely perfectly, the red directly above the black, to leave himself on the red to the right corner. But again, you know, he should have had a nicer angle on the black.
5th black coming up.
That would be something, wouldn't it, if he made a maximum. Although again, because he wasn't ideal on the black, he's not ideal on the next red. Red doesn't pass the blue, so he's got to take this red, and it's difficult to get to a colour from this red, never mind the black. Nicely played, and very nicely played. Now, touch of left-hand side on the cue ball here, and drift up for those two reds directly above the black. Always risky when you start playing with side. No, too thick. Got the position.
And Thomerson, 41.
So Murphy gets his chance to get this one.
If it had been straighter on the pink, maybe he would have taken the pink. He may still take the pink because it's not simple to get to the next red from there. He could play into the reds from the black. Doesn't have to play into them hard. And that's okay, he's got a red to the middle.
Eight.
Very surprising miss from
Murphy, yes.
Shaun Murphy. So another chance here for Ryan Thomerson.
Yeah, and the difference in this frame is he's in front with a useful lead already, 33.
Oh, you've got to pot them though. Put your opponent under some pressure. Nothing easy lift though for Shaun Murphy. Oh, so close. So close. Hasn't left the red over the pocket, but there is one to the left middle.
One. Six.
So 39 points the lead. Pink available to the right middle.
Seven.
Black also available.
Forty. $50.
Well, he's getting closer. This black put him 55 in front. He's just doing the math, so another red and a reasonable colour after that. And he should have won his first frame. He's needed a few chances, but it'll be a relief to get a frame on board.
$22. $23.
So just the black and barring snookers. should be safe, but he's already missed a black similar to this. Playing it with a touch of left-hand side. Couldn't have played that one any better.
30.
So Ryan Thomerson
31.
is on the scoreboard. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, his dad Paul, he was 2 years on tour. This was in the days when there were literally 700 professionals. So it was the Norbreck in Blackpool, the qualifying venue where he would have spent pretty much all of his time. Just won a few matches here and there. Decided it wasn't for him, but passed on the snooker bug to his son.
$45. 46.
Well, that'll do. Couple of scoring visits from Ryan Thomerson, 41 and 46, and he is on the scoreboard. So Shaun Murphy still needs one more frame to reach round 2 of the Northern Ireland Open. He now leads in Belfast by 3 frames to 1. Ryan Thomerson has averted the whitewash. He, in the end, dominated that 4th frame, won it in 2 scoring visits, 41 and 46. 3-1, though, it is to Shaun Murphy, as day 1 of the Northern Ireland Open begins to draw to a close. It's an extra day compared to the other Home Nations events because they can only fit 3 tables into this arena as opposed to the normal 4. There used to be another arena which no one had a good word to say about, but this one everybody loves. It's a terrific, of course, established concert venue in the heart of Belfast. Great acoustics, nice seating, just a terrific stopping off point for the tour.
Yeah, clean, but the kiss wasn't kind. Could so easily have finished on the black there.
Yeah, so Murphy not on the black, but on table 2, a lot of interest in Jimmy White, of course, who, well, he's 47 in front here. Just potted the last red, so that should be 2-1. McGill in front, but Jimmy White still got so many fans. Terrific black from him, just to rubber stamp that frame, and he's very much in the match at 2-1.
Again, he's got a very good cue ball, but he's centre red close to that right corner. Well, that could have been a lot worse. It's left a possible red onto the yellow pocket, but it's not easy from there. And could leave plenty on if he missed it. Yeah, I don't blame him for playing the safety. That was a tough red to the yellow pocket. And it could have been catching the bus home if he'd missed it. Can't afford to take too many risks, Ryan. Well, he studied that shot for a long time, and I'm not sure if he's left this red on to the right middle. But he didn't get the cue ball where he wanted it. And looks like this red is on. Thin cut this, but it's potable. Needs a good kiss. And that's okay. Nicely on the brown. He needed another kiss there and got it.
Yes, I mean, he's not won yet, but if he does, I'm sure he'll feel the need to tighten up in a few areas if he's going to play Marco Fu next. As I say, for some reason, this tournament has not been a happy hunting ground for Murphy. He's lost 4 times in this first round in 7 previous years, so just to get through this round would actually be something. But as I say, if you're going to play Fu, who's such an established, experienced player, you may feel he just needs to iron out a few areas. Oh, well, he's missed a pretty straight blue.
He's missed a couple tonight, hasn't he, really? I'm sure concentration. Concentrated on where he wanted the cue ball and forgot about the pot. Happens a lot, that kind of thing.
Well, it was a big target, wasn't it? But he didn't get into them.
No, he got into the cue ball too much. And they've both done that this evening. Got too much screw into the cue ball.
But from Thomerson's perspective, he's seeing Murphy start to struggle a little bit. I mean, the blue he missed was very unexpected. Sometimes when matches sort of go on a bit, I mean, it's, what, 25 past 10 now. You know, he'd been waiting all day to play, maybe to lose a little bit of focus. He's got to try and rediscover it.
Yeah, good shot to nothing, but even if you should pop one of these colours, can't get to a red. Maybe just bring the yellow off the cushion slightly and play the snooker. Easy enough to roll up to the brown, but easy enough to come off the cushion and land into the reds. So I think that's a more positive shot.
Let's just open things up a little bit. Certainly if Thomerson could win this frame, then it gets very interesting, because at 3-0, Murphy, when he won 2 frames in a row without Thomerson scoring a point, he looked the only winner of the match. But you've still got to win it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the pressure starts to build, doesn't it? Start thinking to yourself, if he loses this one, that is, I don't want it to go to a decider. It's anybody's game then. The pressure really starts. But you've got to win this frame first.
Just looking ahead to tomorrow briefly, there's a cracking match to kick off at 1 o'clock. Jack Lisowski against Jackson Page. I'm guessing it won't be safety dominated with those two, but looking forward to that one. And in the evening, Mark Allen returns to play Andres Petrov. Neil Robertson, Jordan Brown, another match, but that is a shocker from Murphy. He's not happy, is he?
Yeah, but is he lucky? Has he left anything on? He just mishit this one so badly. But has he left anything? I'm not so sure. He may have got extremely lucky there. Well, maybe that red will pass the other red. The one that's just above the black. There wasn't a lot of pocket, but he's played that cue ball into a good place there. Well, it's going from bad to worse for Shaun Murphy. That was an all or nothing shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the opposite of a purple patch is, but, well, this is it from Murphy, isn't it? You know, the last 5 minutes or so, nothing's gone right.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better chance than this, you know. Ryan with a great chance.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, what Thomerson needed 3-0 down was to improve himself, which he did do in the last frame, but also for Murphy's own standard to drop, which he has done. His pot success now down at 85%, Shaun Murphy. He's handing openings to Thomerson, and the danger is he'll start taking them.
Neil Robertson said that he won 4 frames at 1 visit. He'd like to do that here, make it 3-2. Those 4 reds just above this red he's about to take are not in a good position. 2 reds behind the black, not in good positions. He's overhit for the blue and pink. Difficult to get to the reds from there, although he could get to the red, the last open red from the green. Needs to keep away from that cushion. Just needed a touch of left-hand side on the cue ball there, just to keep it away from the cushion. Make this next red easy. Nice pot, right in the middle.
90.
But doesn't want to be straight on the black. Otherwise he can't get to a red. What kind of an angle does he have? No plants there. And that's the angle he's got. Not a good one. Might just be able to force the black in, bounce off the cushion and go into the reds. That's what he's tried. And he's played it well. He deserves so much better there. Stun run through with left-hand side. That's a difficult shot to play.
6.
Played it beautifully. But he's been very unfortunate there.
Thomerson, 26.
And not a bad little finish there either. No easy safety. Although he's looking at possible plant. He's never afraid to go for his shots, Shaun Murphy. This could be a match winner. Yeah, nicely played. And a little bump on the middle pocket to be on the pink.
Pink ball.
So Shaun Murphy trying to summon up one last effort here. Things have got a bit sticky for him the last 10 minutes or so. I guess this is where experience does count. Nice
Little positional shot there. You would have liked to have disturbed these 2 reds just below the black. Maybe this time. And I think this time he's got the angle to give them a little nudge. And if this goes according to plan, and it couldn't have gone better. And remember earlier, he developed the yellow.
23.
And he's going to need that. Oh, well, would you believe it? Second shot with the rest. And that was a simple one. For Shaun, anyway.
23.
Missed a couple of balls in this frame. That simple blue to the middle. He'd done the hard work.
Yeah, he looks completely bemused by that. He'd given himself, he sort of unlocked the door to winning the match. But another chance for Thomerson. Points level, 31 each.
Well, I was thinking 3 reds, 3 blacks, just the yellow. He's going to need the yellow and green now. And he's not ideal on the blue. Again, these are real pressure shots when you're fighting to stay in the match.
Seven. Thirteen.
And you would think all on this positional shot. Don't forget the black.
Yellow and green needed. Of course, the first frame of the night came down to the colours. He had an even better chance to take it. Went wrong from green to brown. You can't quite get comfortable on this yellow.
It just shows you the lengths that they'll go to avoid the rest. Looks easy with the rest, but we've just seen Shaun Murphy miss one with the rest.
One good shot needed. Pot the yellow, get on the green. It should be 3-2.
Yeah, nicely played.
Well, Shaun Murphy seemed to have done the hard work. He got those 2 reds into play. But if Ryan Thomerson pots the green, it looks like we're going into frame 6. And Shaun Murphy is not through yet. He's going to have to cut out these sudden unforced errors that have crept into his game. Well, he's missed the brown, so 26 in it, 22 on.
Ryan Thomerson, 26.
Yeah, you know, it can cost him the match, that brown. Should have just made sure of the brown. Forget the blue.
Just to say, Anthony McGill is 3-1 up on Jimmy White.
He didn't want to push the black onto the cushion, that's for sure. Not a good shot again from Shaun Murphy.
No, he's doing that sort of ironic smile now, which tells you he's in a world of hurt. But he's sort of covering it with the half smile, half grimace. Yeah, the other match is 3-0 Rory McLeod, who was a late call-up. Ronnie O'Sullivan withdrew last week. He's 3-0 up against Ahmed Al-Sayed. Well, that's more like it. Just knocking the brown from distance. So, Ryan Thomerson feeling good about things. Shaun Murphy, not so much. This match has turned round. Can the Aussie force the decider in the next frame? Didn't look likely at 3-0.
9.
So, day one of the Northern Ireland Open, and we got some late drama. Ryan Thomerson was 3-0 down. He was struggling. Now Shaun Murphy is the man making more errors, and his 3-0 lead has been reduced to just 3-2. Murphy suddenly under a bit of pressure to get this one, and he's got to be said, he did contribute in that last frame. A few very unexpected errors, one after another, really. Just gave Ryan Thomerson enough chances to win the frame. So 3-2, Murphy still needs one.
Yeah, Shaun's been very inconsistent, hasn't he, in this match? He's played well in some parts of it, and then in others, he's a different man. And his opponent is getting stronger as the match goes on. Great pot, that, from Ryan Thomerson. He just hit that one slightly. Didn't want to be dead under the cushion.
6.
Just makes this next pot so much more difficult, being dead tight. Nicely played. And cue ball just held up. Red just above the black would be an ideal ball to play for. If you could finish high on that red, you could bring the black into play. He's also got the choice of going into the reds if he wants to. Played for that red above the black, and he's just run a little bit too far. Wanted to be high on this red, so he could just play a little cannon to the black or the red. Wrong side of it.
Dave Ford just asking for a moment to get the pink into position. No stranger to a long day, Dave Ford. He was the man who refereed the infamous Fergal O'Brien, Dave Gilbert frame that lasted 2 hours 6 minutes. So this is nothing to him. Wasn't seen for about a year afterwards, but still, he's all right now.
Yeah, claim to fame, eh? Well, you haven't forgotten it, David, that's for sure. Well, that looks to be end of break. Don't think this red nearest the pink spot will go. He's having a look at it. From here, it doesn't look as though it will go in any way, shape or form, but he's had a good look and, well, it's tight, isn't it? That's all he's got anyway. Just got to be careful not to get too carried away. I think that's the wisest shot to play. Don't leave anything easy for your opponent when he's struggling. And that's a good safety. You can see the red on the left side cushion, but very difficult to get safe from that red.
Well, he did look ill at ease earlier on, but he's sort of starting to fancy it a bit now, Ryan Thomerson.
Yeah, he looks a different player, doesn't he, to be fair? Now, he may have left, well, he may have forced Shaun Murphy into taking a red on because there isn't another red to play. Good pot. And he's a little unfortunate there, you know, Thomerson, because he played a pretty good safety, but this is the only red he could really see. And it's a good kiss on the pink. I think he's got the pink to the corner. Just having a look to see where it's going to go if he does pot it.
Pink ball.
Same issue for the referee. Pink has to go in a line. If the spots are occupied, then as close to its spot as possible in a line with the spots. Can't touch a red.
Thank you. 7. Eight.
Again, overscrewed it a little. Choice of going into them or playing for that loose red. There's also a red by the pink spot that may go. And overcompensated this time with the screw shot. This is far away from the red, too far for
11.
comfort for Shaun Murphy. Well, very nearly missed the pot, and that's why he made contact with that red. Otherwise the cue ball would have come back to the cushion and been on the blue. Well, that's an aggressive shot he's played there, and very, very unfortunate not to have caught something. He just missed the reds, he just missed the black.
17.
Well, absolutely. It seemed harder to miss everything, didn't it, than to either hit the reds or free the black. But that's kind of how it's been the last half an hour or so. It's been a struggle.
And again, though, the safety to finish with, just getting to the balk line, is just not good enough for somebody of Shaun Murphy's class. Doesn't put your opponent under any pressure whatsoever. In fact, it leaves him a fairly comfortable safety shot to play return. Considering taking the pot on, I think. Oh, and that was close. Oh, any damage? Can he see the long red? He can, just. Oh, and that's perfect. The green looks the easier ball to go into the reds from. Yeah, he could play for the loose red behind the black spot, but this is such an ideal opportunity to go into the reds. I can't understand why he's not taking the green now.
Well, it's one of those, if it comes off, it has the potential to be a match winner. Well, he's not playing into them.
Oh, I'm so surprised he didn't.
No, it's just gone completely wrong. He's caught the blue. And, well, he's not happy, is he? He doesn't often show that much emotion, but he's furious.
His opponent under a little bit of pressure getting the cue ball close to the cushion. And he's pushed the red over the corner. How can Shaun see it? You can't see the easy one to pot it. Oh, couldn't have got any closer. And there's plenty of pressure on this next shot for Ryan Thomerson. Well, that was another good chance that for Ryan. He's covered the black. The pink's on the cushion. Shaun has a little smile to himself.
Well, I always think, Joe, you get to this time of night and things just start to happen, and the snooker gods are saying to Murphy, you've had your chances, we're not going to make it easy for you. You've got a chance here, the black's covered, the pink's safe. We're going to make it as hard as possible for you. Now then, on table 2, meantime, Anthony McGill just wrapping up victory against Jimmy White. There was a big moment there in the 4th frame. It was 2-1 to McGill at the time, and Jimmy was 44-0 behind, and he had a chance, but he found a red with his bridge hand, and obviously owned up immediately, and McGill won that frame, and that definitely turned things. Not quite over yet, but looking like McGill is the winner there. He's leading by 51 with 43 on. So White playing for snookers. But as for this match, well, who knows when it's going to conclude, because it's got very scrappy. But Thomerson has got his teeth into it.
Yeah, he's also getting a little bit of run now, covering the black the last time round. Altered the old frame for Murphy. He'd left an easy red, had the black been free. It was a frame and match-winning opportunity. Covering the black, it made things a lot more difficult. And as you say, David, the snooker gods are saying, you know, you've got to earn this win now. Well, again, the black still tied up, but the pink a little easier. But these are now pressure balls at this stage. Played it well. Just enough angle on the blue to get to the reds, and another good chance this.
Yeah, he's just trying to haul himself over the winning line now. It doesn't have to be pretty from here on in. It just needs, you just need to pot enough balls to get it done.
6.
It's not going to be easy though. Those 2 reds by the black, not in ideal positions.
He's never quite been in control of that white this evening, has he? Again, he's just overdone it there for the blue.
And he's done that so many times. Could be the cue, could be the table.
Well, only one of those things you can change, and that's the cue. Yep, the old snooker gods again.
Yeah, and you know, you can put it down to that.
It's like Ronnie said about them, if you believe in them, then they exist. And most players do.
Managed to cover the 2 reds by the pink. Doesn't really want to disturb those 2 reds by the black. I don't think he's got much choice. Could just land up to them. That's an option.
He just maybe suggested the referee stands this side of the table. Well, could have stood anywhere to see that, I think.
Well, he's missed the red by so much there. To catch the black full in the face. I don't know why he doesn't land up to the reds going straight at them.
Well, I think he just still wants maybe to get the screen up to check, or well, I think he's accepted it now.
Yeah, this time he's playing straight at them, and I don't see what's wrong with this. Just land up to the red. Well, why play it so hard? Has he knocked the red on? He's come round to have a quick look, and if that red goes, that could cost him the match. Why not just land up to it? The red didn't go. It does now.
Well, there's been quite a few errors this evening, it's got to be said. That could potentially be the biggest one if it costs him this match. Murphy's 16 in front already. It's a good chance now. 3 play. The thing is, you can start slowly in tournaments, get all the mistakes out the way early on. Obviously, you want to improve as you go along. There'll be matches Murphy's played where he's played terrific snooker and lost. So, to take the win, regroup for tomorrow. Marco Fu will be a different sort of challenge, a lot of history and experience between the two of them. It's 10-8 to Murphy on the head-to-head, so a lot of meetings, including a UK Championship final. Ryan Thomerson's been very competitive from 3-0 down, but has he played his last shot now? It's looking like it.
Yeah, red in the colour. Sees him through to the next round to play Marco Fu. Just checking.
14.
Pink's enough. Wasn't a good safety, his last visit to the table. Certainly cost him the match.
Just try and make sure this red, then that surely removes any doubt about the winner. One snooker as it stands, but the red is to well and truly wrap up victory, and in it goes. He'll be relieved, I think. things started to go pretty badly wrong for him from 3-0 up, but as I say, you take the win. If he's standing here with the Alex Higgins Trophy a week tonight, he probably won't remember this match. It won't matter, will it, how he played? It's just about getting through.
Seven.
I think for Ryan Thomerson, it's typical, I think, of a lot of players down the ranking list. They are competitive, they can compete. It's about turning that into victories. And had he won this frame, he would have had a serious chance, of course, but
32.
That last shot he played, he will want to forget very quickly, because it set up this chance for Murphy to take the match out.
Six. $41.
So it is Shaun Murphy who claims victory. He was looking a good thing at 3-0. He was dominating. Ryan Thomerson, to his credit, found a way back. Got quite nervy towards the end. Shaun Murphy relieved to get that chance to win it. He'll play Marco Fu in round 2. He's the winner by 4 frames to 2. So we can look at some of